I started the stream. It's all right though. We can just see if people get surprised. Let me see if it's working. I'll start the intro. You were saying, Willis, how you said the Clippers are like LAFC. Why?
I didn't say that. I said they're not, but people are gonna compare them anyways because they're stupid.
All right, fuck it. Let's get this show on the road.
All right. I'll do it later.
No, I mean seriously, if you're a Clipper fan, like what are people gonna say to you? I mean, like you're a long suffering fan, and it's not like somebody handed you like a bucket of gold or something.
True.
No, they
They're also
added
gonna
you a.
say,
You mean
"Welcome to NAG."
a? You mean a bucket of black and gold? No.
All right, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
surprise, surprise. Welcome to News Across the Galaxy. We talk all things LA Galaxy. This is a bit of a midweek preview, plus a little bit of
In preview week.
what we didn't get to last week because the turn up was too real for some people. Some people who may not be present here, and it rhymes with Bryant.
People who are still present here as well and don't know how they're doing this, but we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're here in physical form or whatever.
I'm not.
Portal
I'm
form.
here.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know
man.
how I'm here, but I'm here.
I got my first Pfizer shot today. I might get sucked into the grid any moment. You might
Uh-oh.
find me hanging out with Tron. I don't know, man.
Dude, I have I have both vaccines. That's why like
Oh shit!
the stream is so good. My 5G is just like
Hey
And
radiating.
Eddie, I heard you're such a daredevil that you got the first Pfizer shot and then you went back and got the Moderna one just for the hell of it.
Yup. I was
You're
just
damn,
tweaking
Eddie,
like that, dude. Fucking tweaker.
if, dude, trust me, try it. It's worth.
setting trends already.
You thought Vegas was amazing.
Shit. You
And
got
Vegas
nothing
is
off of
even better
Pfizer.
with Pfizer
You
and
got nothing
Moderna.
off of Pfizer and Moderna.
Just for the hell of it, you went to like the Johnson and Johnson like air bar, right?
Stu. You just put it. You put the freaking nose thing on.
It's for the hangover, guys. It's for the hangover.
The blood clots though. Anyways, uh, welcome to News Across the Galaxy. This is about the galaxy. My name's Eddie. Well, I guess not as always. Brian's not here. Today I got Willis with me. Willis.
Yo,
And I got Edgar. Edgar.
What's
Yeah,
up?
I missed both times, even though I fucked up the first time. Anyways, so there was a game. I'm sure I was gonna say people may be over it, but maybe you're not because we
never
fucking
get
won.
over it.
We won. Home opener, away, horrible weather. Beckham's new toy, forgot about us now. Now he's got new toys to play with, and
Even though he didn't even build the toy right,
yeah,
he had to go take one of the parts back. He had to sell it for
they're
scraps.
playing an
Sell his Ferrari
they're
engine for
playing
scraps.
they're playing at Epcot Center or whatever.
They're playing on the old graveyard of the Miami Fusion, man. That's pretty
Don't matter.
sad.
That
You
is
know that the whole thing with Miami and the Galaxy and the fans and everything. It seems like something nice, right? Because we most people, most Galaxy fans had good memories of Beckham, and so I know that a group of Galaxy fans went down there and they had all these tifos, and one of them that had a picture of Beckham smiling with a cup, I think, and it said something like "From LA with love."
yeah.
And then I heard that the Inter Miami staff wouldn't allow it into the stadium. How
What?
What the
how
fuck?
I mean, how childish is that? They said, then they even told them like, he's no longer your player, he's our owner. And then they gave them the banner back and told them, we hope that you guys can do the same for us. And I think the girl that was tweeting about it, she's like, "What? So we could take your banner away from you and then give it back to you later on too?" I
What
mean, I
the
don't know.
fuck?
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
I thought it was pretty cool. Like if the shoe
Yeah.
was on the other foot,
If
I
anything,
would
they're
have.
the ones that should have made it.
Yeah. Well, I saw that Miami fans took a picture with it. I guess that was after, or I don't know, before maybe. But
I
Yeah.
guess they just wanted to hold it.
I mean, it's something so small, but it's so stupid, right? Uh, I mean, because
True.
obviously the Beckham is the one thing that unites both fan bases, and do something like that is just, it kind of like leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
yeah.
But you know what? You know what? At the end of the day, screw them, because who's taking those 3 points home?
Yep.
And the banner.
And the banner.
And the banner, and all those mojitos,
There
and
you
hopefully
go.
no Corona.
Hey, hey.
Because those Inter fans, Miami fans, I'm sorry, Inter is a whole different thing right now. But those Miami fans, man, when you need you really we really need Bugs Bunny right now, sawing Florida off, man, because that whole stand, I was every time they showed that stand, I would just cringe. I was like, ooh,
I don't
damn,
know,
it's a
bro.
petri dish for viruses right there, bro.
It's been that way for a while, so I mean,
Just Google, Inter Miami fan, and see what you get.
an
Yeah.
Inter fan.
And yeah, I mean, not just on camera, but I heard from people that went that they just don't give a fuck over there, dude.
Nah,
Yeah,
they don't care. Something about the South, man. But anyway, I don't want to
whatever.
generalize.
That's a whole different thing, bro. Let's get to the game. How about
Yes,
that?
yes, yes.
Cool. I'm down with the game. So we'll just give our I was gonna say 3 cents. I guess 3 cents since we got 3 points, right? About the game. I of course I'm happy. We took the 3 points. So why wouldn't you be? But I also walk away remembering this is a team that had no preseason. On top of that, they had to deal with that fourth DP situation, which I'm sure wasn't easy and probably disrupted the locker room a bit. But on the bright side, I mean, you had Chicha getting that monkey off his back, which was freaking awesome, dude. That first touch and that first goal. Whew. A lot of positives. The subs, all the subs that Vanny did paid out. Pretty much every single one was impactful. And yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, I'm not too proud of one of the awards I'm gonna give.
You know what's interesting is like the whole first half to me was so dismal. I was already it was it just felt so much like last year
Yep.
where the defense was okay. That's the only thing. The defense looked fine, but that goal right before the half, and I mean, it just I was just like, really, are we gonna have more of this year? Uh, I mean, I thought Vanny was gonna shake things up, right? But then I was thinking to myself, the preseason was kind of strange anyway. It's not like we didn't have, we didn't have a full deck of cards. I guess, you know, losing to Miami isn't so bad considering what the team's been through. And but holy crap, like an hour later, it was completely different. I was like, oh crap, everything's good, baby.
I can smile now. Now I can talk shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
even
mean
joked
that's how
about.
I felt too.
You were preparing yourself for it. All of a sudden, it was like, we were
Yeah,
never gonna lose to this fucking cheating ass team. What?
No, I mean
bro.
seriously, like I was thinking when Zupa got subbed in, I was thinking, oh, this is it. It's like they're just throwing in the towel, like
White
fuck
towel.
it, come on, god damn it. I even joked like, here comes Zubak the savior of a Z, and wow, hell
little,
yeah, I was right.
little do you know, huh?
Little did
Yeah,
I know.
true. Wow,
That has to
it
be.
was crazy. That first half was something else because, like you said, it just reminded me of last year. Basically, a continuation of what we went through last year. And I remember sitting there and watching it. I was like, "Fuck, not again! Again with a different coach, same outcome. Defense still looks shaky. I'm better than it did last year, but still not as good as I thought they would be. Offense was not clicking that first half.
Let's
You can see that they were kind of trying, but I think it all just came together in that second half, and it and it was beautiful too. It was beautiful to see because it just kept at it. It just kept at it, you know. So it was good to see. It
You
really put
know,
me out.
one thing that really stuck in my craw, grinded my gears, was that whole first half, Chicha was on top by himself, and it was more of the same. I had flashbacks to last season's opener in Houston, and how Chicha was getting no service. He was just kind of floating around, in the 18, trying to make runs into the six. And after a while, it was just a Christian Pavon game, and he was just trying to do everything. And I felt like, really, are we still going to do the same? And the defense, like I said earlier, the defense was fine, but they were getting peppered. They were getting a lot of attacks heading their way, and I was thinking, they can only hold this off for so long. Obviously, Miami eventually scored, but it was yeah, it was pretty unsettling to begin the season like that. Obviously, the second half was a whole different story, but maybe they just needed to get that out of their system. Uh, I know that's something funny to say because obviously Vanny made some adjustments, but maybe it was just something they needed to get out of their system because this is exactly what we saw last year. Vanny came in, made some good adjustments. He made some very interesting subs, especially the one with Zubac. And
Oof.
holy hell, did it turn out to be a big deal because Zubac came in and was the missing piece. And how often have we ever said that about Zubac? Usually, we take him out, out to the
Yeah, I was
we
ready
take
to
we,
leave
we take
that
him out to the
farm.
back and whip him like a rented mule. But
Yeah,
uh, this time, he turned out to be the prize pig. So yeah, man.
big ups to him. Big ups to him.
I want to go. You guys said a couple things. You said after the first goal you felt a certain way, and you also said the defense was doing fine. I think they were, and maybe it is something they had to get out of their system, because that goal, we can argue about the whole offsides and all
Yeah,
that, but Fisher miss Fisher misses
Yeah,
the cue.
you missed the spot. Yeah, you missed it.
He missed it.
You
He
missed
missed
your
the.
cue. You missed the cue.
Yep. Everybody
So
perfectly comes out, and I think even Fisher realizes it, because when you watch it later, when you watch it from one angle, you're like, oh, he was offside, and then I remember Chewy at the bar was like, oh, Fisher kept him online, and they showed him, and
yeah,
Fisher was the furthest one behind. I'm like, there's no way. So
yeah, he
so
did.
Fisher obviously misses the cue because everyone pulls, and then Fisher realizes late, and then he pulls, and at that point,
and then
Steris
he
is
tries.
already
Yeah,
making his way back. So those are things. Hopefully they clean up, because I'm not gonna give too much shit to Fisher, because Fisher, I think, did really good. A guy that's had injury problems, the last few years. He's not even supposed to be the starter, but
quote unquote. Yeah,
yeah, I argue now that Julian has some real competition there. It's not Felcher anymore.
that's the reason why they brought him in, because Julian should not feel comfortable with that position. As in, this is my spot. He should feel like I need to earn this spot and I need to keep playing better. So
And healthy competition is always a good thing. Look at what it did for Kevin Hartman's career to have somebody like Matt Reese breathing down his neck. Him and Matt Reese were two fantastic goalkeepers, and Galaxy was so fortunate to have both of them for so long. And they kept pushing each other. We discussed that with him when we spoke to him. Um, and we're kind of seeing that also with Jonathan Bond and Klinsmann. Although uh, every week that passes by, it's apparent that Bond is on a whole different level.
yep,
I mean, Klinsmann is the future, but damn, Bond's pretty good,
Yep.
man.
he's nice, bro.
He's pretty good.
I'm definitely a Bondy. I'm a Bondy, bro.
Are you a Bond
I,
boy?
no, I saw all the tweets. I think it was our friend Alex, the Plastic Will, that he said after Sunday you can consider me a Bond girl too.
Yeah, that's me, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What's your favorite one? What's your favorite name? Which one, Edgar?
My favorite one? Pussy Galore, baby.
Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore and her flying circus, man.
Now those are names.
Oh
Nice.
man, what a name!
Uh,
It's funny how much time society has changed since that movie.
man, that name doesn't even fly in a parody movie anymore, much less much less a
Well, there was a
serious
lot
movie.
of there was a lot of vagina.
I know me
Oh,
some. I
oh,
know me
yeah.
some powers. Um,
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
all right, let's not get too off track because
Okay, okay, yeah,
Okay,
we're going off the rails.
the second half,
uh,
bro. Second half was just it was something else. Obviously,
I wanna talk a lot. You know.
I want I wanna talk about Vani because
um.
Vani was the key to that second half.
Oh yeah. That.
Like Edgar said, he made those adjustments, and this was the difference between having our coach that we had last year and the coach that we had this year. If this was last year, no adjustments would have been made. We would have been playing the same way that we were playing the first half. He probably wouldn't even have talked to his players. He just would have been like, "What's up? Cool, keep going." That's it. I'm sure Vanny, lit a fire under them in that second half, and obviously made the adjustments that he needs to make that he saw out there. Like, hey, I need to tweak this. I need to make this change now because this player's maybe tired. Maybe he's not into the game as much as these other players. So he made all the adjustments needed. So I feel like Vanny was definitely a key in this
Yep.
win.
Not only that, I mean, he instructed him right because
Yeah,
Zubac, all the criticism we give him, how much shit we talked.
yeah.
I can't remember any time him going out that wide. Maybe this is a part of his game that nobody else looked at. Maybe
Yeah,
being the way Scalotto was, he's like, oh, here's a tall guy. He
have to
just
be
goes in the
forward.
box and he just headers right. And that play in the
Yeah.
goal, Zubac makes a run, and he did what funny is that other players that you argue were better than Zubac couldn't do. Put it in the Chicha
That's
area. That's where he.
the Chicha.
And then what in him,
Chicha
dude?
made a great run too, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
He
that
made a
run,
great run for that pass.
dude.
Yeah,
That
that was good timing as well. The fact that he was able to get on the back end of that pass. Uh, like you mentioned, Eddie, that first touch, get the ball right where he
Oof,
wants it, so he could turn around and he megged the keeper.
man,
Right?
yep,
keeper.
I thought it was fascinating. Or was that the second one?
That's the first
No,
one.
no, no. It was no. It was the first goal. He
yep,
megged
Yeah,
the keeper,
yep.
which I didn't notice it at first. I thought maybe he just got by him. I saw the replay. I was like, wow, yeah, that was amazing timing. So props to Zubac. Um, it's one thing that's funny to me is that I think last season or maybe even during the off season, I was joking about how maybe they should try playing Zubac in other positions. Maybe have him go back on defense like they did with Beasley because he began as I think as a forward,
Yep.
and but you mentioned it, Eddie. Putting him out on the wing, making him do things that he's not used to, or maybe other teams aren't used to seeing him in that capacity. And the fact that he was able to draw somebody out, give Chicha some space to operate with, and um, I gotta, you gotta give it up for, you gotta give a lot of credit to the Galaxy coaching staff because I know here on this podcast we ride him a lot. We joke about him, and sometimes we really get genuinely upset and we talk crap about him. Um, but when you're in the team, that's different. I mean, some of your teammates might give you some shit, but when you're on the team, everybody's pulling for you. You got people that are want to see you succeed because if you succeed, the whole team succeeds. So the fact that Zubac was able to go out there and be such a positive influence in the game and go in there with confidence, he looked confident. We always talk about he has that deer in the headlights look.
Yeah.
He looked really confident. The fact he was able to do that, what really impressed me about that play, and I mentioned it on Twitter, was that little feint that he does to it allowed him just enough time to get past the defender and get that ball across the middle to Chicha. I mean, that's amazing because in the past he just runs, tries to get in the middle, tries to get in a position, and he always looks lost. And then maybe he crashes into a defender and he picks him up. You're like, come on, dude. But no, that was nice. I really feel that, uh, like you said, Eddie, somebody saw something that we didn't see, and they're bringing the best out of him. I hope we get to see more of that because you know what that means, Eddie? It means Zubac tattoos coming.
We just
Yes,
gotta raise the money. It's already coming. The money just gotta be.
yes.
We gotta we
We'll
gotta
we'll get
we gotta bring up our
we'll get
viewership
the
so we
we'll
can.
get the blondie girls to pitch in.
There you go.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, anything on that goal, Willis? Besides,
Nah, everything I said, man. Beautiful timing. Good pass from Zubac. Confidence
yeah,
was up there. Uh, not much else I can say about it, man. It was a great goal.
yeah.
Great goal.
And then I mean, it was more than just a goal. It was also that relief for Chicha too. You know, I
Yep.
think it would have been the other way
We all
around.
felt it. We all felt it,
Yeah,
man.
we'll get to the
Oh yeah.
we'll get to the second goal. I won't talk too much about it, but you know how it was a tap in. I think if that was the first goal, it wouldn't have given him as much confidence because anybody puts
True.
that away. But he saw a flash of his old self, that run, that first touch, and the finish, dude, and
Hmm.
that was just
And again, Zubac in that play.
yeah.
He's the one in there for the header.
We'll
I
get to
think he
that.
skinned it too.
We'll get to that, and I want to talk about the back to the defense. Uh, Not too many complaints, although there was a lot of saves by Bond. Um,
6 of them, baby.
it was funny. I remember being at the bar we were at, and I think Pizarro, like a minute before he gets that call, he flops and he doesn't get the call, and Brian's like, "Man, Pizarro's a fucking bitch." and then the next play, oh
In the very next play,
But you know what though? Uh,
that shit was luck.
I always make this argument as a defender, which I play defense towards the end of my playing days. Um, one of the things that was always drilled into us was if 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 somebody gets past you
the
or the play ends up behind you, don't just reach back with your foot or stick your butt out, like that, because chances are you're going to foul the guy or trip him, and especially if you're in the box, that's a penalty.
yeah
Yep.
So the best you can do is maybe turn and try to cut him off or chase him down. But that's just, to me, we used to always I mean, we were always told that was lazy defending, and that's what happened. I saw he got by him, and I got him on the wrong foot, and he stuck his foot back, or he stuck his butt out, and oh
look
man, he made a meal out of it.
yeah, it's a penalty. I'm not gonna argue
It
that,
is.
but
Yeah,
I think it was gonna be a penalty whether he stood there, whether he stuck his butt out, whatever, or stuck his leg
Yeah.
out.
You
He
got Meg, bro. You got Meg.
yeah, but he
That's it.
looked
That's
for it.
the reality of it.
Pizarro looked for it,
yeah.
and
Nah, bro, it was luck. He mishandled the ball and it magically went through his foot. I don't think he tried to Meg. He tried to control it first, and he didn't control it right. Just what happened, it went through his leg. So he's like, all right, fuck it, I got him. Went for the ball, and unfortunately, Villafania wasn't ready for it, and
cool.
he got got. He
Yeah,
got, bro. That's what happened.
You
and,
got
and then when it comes to the penalties, anybody's game.
Yeah, and Pipa
yeah.
put that shit away perfectly too.
Yeah,
So
we got the wrong people.
yeah,
Nah, he sucks too. Fuck him.
Dude, that dude was sucking so much wind,
he,
man.
yeah, but he gave the assist and the goal, bro. I mean, can't talk too much shit about him now.
Whatever. He wasn't on my fantasy team. So not too long, not too long after. And there's something I gotta give Vanny credit for is that question for Jonah, right? I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
it's
yeah, he made a lot of subs that we were like, oh, why or not yet, or yeah,
yeah.
but he made those subs,
I
and
I'm
people were
not,
taking scrutiny from it. They didn't work.
yeah, if oh yeah, that's one of those things. If it doesn't work, you're like, what the fuck? But now he looks like a genius,
Confident in his
right?
subs. Exactly. He's confident in his subs, and he's been that way since Toronto too. So he's been doing this for a while.
that is something interesting, Eddie. You brought up not the fact that he subbed him out, but um, because when Jonah got the captain's armband, I was thinking to myself, okay, he was our captain at the beginning of last season, and I'm expecting him to come out with renewed vigor. I mean, we always see how he is on social media, and so I'm expecting kind of the same attitude that Chicharito has, right? But with a few exceptions, a few little exceptions, Jonah was pretty much absent from this game. It's kind of disconcerting. It's kind of worrisome because uh, just a couple of seasons ago, he was one of our better players. I mean, obviously he's a DP, but he was such an important, vital piece of that midfield. and so much of the Galaxy attack was getting lost in the middle. So many errant passes, and they just couldn't get anything going in that middle third. And I don't know what the heck's going on with Jonah. I already talked about before. Maybe it's a lingering injury, but we're way past that already
Yeah.
because it was a long, long off season.
Yeah.
So what
I'm
is it? Is are we have we reached the point of diminishing returns? Have we reached
um
the point where he's no
Mm.
longer a DP? What's going on?
I would argue the fact they can't stay healthy is already he's already not a DP. But as far as this season goes, I'm gonna wait at least one more game. Two reasons. One being that he was out for pretty much a whole season last year. So that condition is pretty bad. Two, they didn't play in the best conditions. You know, for in a position
Yeah,
like that, he's already a little older. So I'm gonna wait one more game. We see the same in the next game, then we start asking questions. Especially because it's supposed to be like gloomy on Sunday. So
It's
they're gonna
perfect
be
weather
yeah,
for football,
Hmm.
baby.
yeah. But to the second goal, um, so with Kleshin coming in, the game calms down a lot. So that play starts in the middle. They don't find an opening. Kleshin, decides instead of forcing it through like we did in the past, finds Vasquez out left, across, run by
Fucking
Zubac,
Vasquez.
nice dummy header.
Vasquez sees him. That's fuck. Hey, what other player when we didn't have Vasquez could have made that pass
I won't.
last year?
Mm,
Pavon, maybe, but what
maybe.
does he make that pass? He
I
doesn't.
would have probably like darted forward and try to get in a space and
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
fire something.
He could make that pass, but
Not
wouldn't
from.
make the pass.
I don't think he attempts it from there.
No, exactly.
I,
That's what
Uh,
Vasquez was brought in here for, man. He's brought in here for those type of plays.
yeah.
by the
To
way,
see that run and make that pass.
I gotta give Vasquez a lot of credit. I keep saying that, but I'm tired. I can't think of any other better ways to say it. But Vasquez was very. He surprised me because one of my concerns before the season started was his age and his his wheels. Right, I was thinking to myself, he's older. He's not exactly very speedy. I questioned his stamina, and I told myself, he won't make it past the 60th minute. And lo and behold, he had a
No,
fantastic game. He was crucial on many occasions, and obviously he fed the ball into the box so Zubac could get. I mean, he did get his head on it, slight deflection,
a
but
slight deflection, huh?
it went it went to Chicha, and um, in the chaos, in the six, he was able to get the ball past the keeper for that second goal. But the fact that Vasquez brought so much uh, so much calm and composure to that midfield, along with Sasha, it's something that was very refreshing. So I'm hoping that he stays healthy, and we get to see a lot more of that going forward. And
Yeah.
maybe as
Hell
the
yeah.
season progresses, that role for him is kind of diminished, and let other people step up and assume that role. But the fact that he's doing this for the team so early in the season is a big plus for us because the question with him is, can he stay healthy the rest of the way? And obviously, it's a long season, and once you get older, a little bump can set you for a while. So
Don't I know it?
yeah,
Why do you
uh,
think we're doing the show now?
yeah, man.
you
Eddie
know,
can walk with all the bags of Scrooge McDuck in his pockets, man.
Sheesh.
no, but you're right. You're right on about that. We need those services. And then and we need Zubac to keep making those runs too. It's more
Yeah.
the run than anything. Obviously, he either misses the header or he whatever
Either way,
grazes it.
he's there because he made the
He
run.
makes that run,
Yep.
and and then who's by himself? Chicha finds him there by himself, catch the rebound, and maybe not the prettiest of goals, but my favorite part
Don't
about
matter.
that was Chicha's reaction. Did you guys see his face? That was
He didn't give
really
a fuck.
that
Shit.
that was just emotion right there.
Yep.
He was from a guy that was on YouTube crying about he's about to retire, to it seemed like all of a sudden it mattered. You know, it mattered to him. The team mattered to him, and
Yeah.
that's what I took from that reaction.
You know what that is? That's called catharsis. It's a moment where uh, something happens that allows you to just expel a lot of emotion, a lot of pent up feelings, and it really, you feel like a huge weight has come off your chest, off your back, whatever you want to call it. But that's exactly what we saw, was a cathartic moment for him, and it was even punctuated even more in the post game, uh, interview with Twelman. And I mean, I was feeling happy already, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I mean, I was so happy for the result. But then seeing him talk and the way he delivered, that soliloquy, I was just like, holy crap! You could feel the emotion, and it's moments like those that make you feel so good about the players on your team, because you see them as more than
True.
just somebody who's filling a roster spot. It's somebody who has human emotions that you can relate to.
Yep.
You're gonna
But
make us
yeah,
cry right now, Edgar. Stop.
No, that guy's on our podcast. That makes me feel X.
Yeah, man. And
oh,
after that,
before you go,
go.
I'm sorry.
No, fine.
You know who the Galaxy, and you know whose head kept turning and turning and going nuts, was Gonzalo Perez, dude. That dude was going nuts. Did you see
Oh
his
yeah,
face? He was just like,
he was on everything. He was in every single goal, right?
yeah,
He thought it was in Atlanta again,
dude,
or
they were
wherever he
driving him
was
nuts,
before.
man.
Esto es Solana, esto es Solana. ¿Qué pasó?
Oh, it's fucked up. Poor guy. He's gonna end up in our team watch. Um,
Ah,
yeah. So after that moment, dude, you felt it coming. My pocket started feeling
yeah.
fatter. I had that money
Oh
riding on
yeah.
there. I
You're
knew
like,
it was coming,
ooh
but
wee.
but I never expected it to come the way it did.
Wow.
A broken,
Fuck, dude, that shit was crazy.
yep, a bit of a broken play. Well, Fisher made a good run. That cross
Yeah.
that cross almost got to
It almost
Chicha.
got to it almost got to Chicha, right? He made the perfect run,
Yep,
and if the defender doesn't make a good play, that's a goal by Chicha.
yep.
That's a hat trick
And
because he made the perfect run. The ball's going right to him.
and then something that we talked about in preseason is the patience, dude. The patience. The Jet
Yep.
gets the ball, and he waits, and then I don't remember who he has out. Whoever, I think Dunbar or somebody that he could have played it
It's
to,
yeah.
and
I think
then
it's Dunbar or Zubac, one of those two.
yeah, and then he saw the better option. I don't think he even thought Kleshtin was gonna do what he did, and then Kleshtin, he
Shit,
You know what? You said the
just
right thing.
passes it into the net.
You're completely right. It's patience. It's kind of like in baseball. Uh, there's like power hitters that are infamous for like just swinging at every pitch and they strike out, and then maybe they just need the right kind of direction, and then all of a sudden these guys are taking pitchers and to deep count, and they get walks or they get hits in timely
Yeah,
moments. It's kind of like the same like that we just saw right there, where legit. I mean, if he would have wanted to, he could have just turned around and
yeah.
try
Because
to
just
take
turn.
a
Yeah,
crack at
you're
the
right.
net, or he could have dished it off to some other guy. But um, the patience, the fact that he was able to stay so calm, walk in there, and dish it off. It was kind of like FIFA, man. You dished it off to Clayton, and Clayton, what a beautiful shot! How perfectly placed is that thing be,
Yep.
man? I mean, he kissed the inside of the post to get the ball in there. You couldn't have placed it anywhere else.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
the goalie didn't even move. He
fantastic.
couldn't.
No,
He
because
couldn't.
it
He
was. I
couldn't
think
see
he was
it.
screened too.
He was screened though, so he put it. He put it around the defender into the inside of the first ball. It was beautiful,
It was a beautiful
and that's
shot.
all. He placed that ball where Kleshin could only swing at it with his left foot, and that's
Yeah,
also him knowing his personnel, where he's not going to give somebody who is not as gifted with both of his feet to his left foot, which is not his 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 best foot, anyways. But he knew that it was Kleshin. He's like, I know he can put it in there with either foot, so he went for the left, knowing that he can curve it around the defender and beat the goalie. So
that
they got for legit on that assist.
that moment was like something I learned when I was studying audio is there's moments in movies, well, right before there an explosion, there's like a brief like a millisecond or something where they mute all sound, and then the explosion comes in and makes it louder. That's
You
how
say
that moment
the
felt,
juice
dude.
to mute,
It
the
was
juice
cold,
to mute.
Gasp.
like the air
It's
was
like
sucked out
the
of her.
deep breath before the plunge.
Yup, and then
Yeah,
just
and how crazy would they be going to that bar, man? Shut that stupid Miami girl up, huh?
oh yeah. And you know what? Sorry for not saying it earlier. Shout out to Galaxy Fan Talk and everyone at the Crown and Anchor that hosted the viewing party. It's pretty good turnout. I'm not talking shit about viewing parties here, but it had some better turnouts than some down here, which was pretty dope.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's probably because they're going to that spot at all times. I think, right? They have a lot of viewing parties there, anyways, and
Uh,
there's quite a few people in Vegas.
that's true.
A lot of cheap fans in Vegas, so they all show up to that same bar. So big
Maybe
up
that's
to them.
that's every single one that lives in Vegas.
Maybe. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah,
it is.
maybe.
That's probably why there was a good turnout.
That's cool though. That's cool. It was cool to see. So
Yeah.
let's not take too much time on this game. We got one more to look ahead at. Awards.
Um,
Real. Go ahead.
Before we go on,
Go ahead.
there is one thing I want to say, Eddie, and Willis, is you know how there's always that question of, do athletes really care about having fans in the stand? Because um, with the in the past, athletes can go on the field, they could perform, they could do whatever the heck they want. If they want to, they could go up to the crowd. I mean, walk up to the crowd, wave, whatever, or they could just go about their business with their head down and just do their thing. But uh, obviously now there's more fans in the stands. Something we missed out all of last year, and there was that group of traveling Galaxy fans in that particular end
Hmm.
where Clayton and Chicha got those goals, but the celebration, and I know it was not. Um, it was not socially distant, but the fact that Clayton went up and started high fiving Galaxy fans and that outpouring of emotion, that's so beautiful. There, right there, you could see that the athletes actually do care about having fans in the stands.
Yep.
They miss that interaction, and you saw more of that afterwards. There were photos of the players saluting the fans, and maybe it's more so in soccer, football, than and in some other sports, because a lot of times, you'll go to a sporting event and you'll start yelling at a player, baseball, basketball, football, whatever. And these players will ignore you because, they're there to play their game, they have their routine, whatever, they ignore you. But, this football is it's a whole different animal. And you got to see maybe it was all those months of not being around fans, being completely isolated, and all of a sudden, a big emotional moment, celebrate with the fans. Later on, you're like, oh crap, I gotta go stick my hand in some sanitizer.
Oh, damn it. No.
It
I'm never
But
washing
yeah,
this
that was
hand.
beautiful. I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, just because to me it was like it was really emotional. I was sitting at home
Get
screaming.
get ready for more of that, baby. Get ready
So
for
go
more of
on, Eddie.
that.
I'm
no,
sorry.
no, it's all good, dude. Yeah, Cushion was just screaming out "fuck COVID," huh? But no, you're good. So as I was saying, award time. Let's get to them. I think the most difficult one. Maybe we'll save it till the end. But so we'll start with the easiest one. I think it's the easiest one, right? Next standing player,
Chicha.
Chicha, right? For all the obvious
Yeah,
reasons.
for
Sheesh.
all the
Yep.
obvious reasons, for being taking that captain's armband and making it mean something after Jonah left the field.
Yep.
For his emotional outpouring after the game. Uh, I think this is one of those moments where uh, the badge, and I have a kitten bone badge, but the Galaxy badge, uh, and all that talk with Vanny's talking about, we're gonna make these players understand what it means to wear these colors, this badge. Moments like those, like what happened with Chicha and getting those 2 goals and getting that big win after so much acrimony last season, those are moments where you feel the badge, the pesa.
Yep.
and if it goes down to your heart, and so for that and for the obvious reasons, definitely, he is next standing award.
Yeah. Not only that, I forgot to mention that
Agree.
the recognition he gave O'Neal Fisher too. I don't know if you guys saw that picture of the video where
Oh, I did it.
no. So
No.
after well,
Mm-hmm.
they're like celebrating on the side, and
Popping his
Chicha
boot.
kneels down, and O'Neal Fisher puts his boot on his thigh, and he shines his shoe. The shine the shoe
Yep.
Oh shit!
celebration.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he does it off to the side
Huh.
while everybody
I
else is
missed it.
celebrating. He gives him he recognized the
Give him a
pass.
big bear hug and lift him off the
Oh
ground.
shit!
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. So see
There it
all
is.
those
We're
reasons.
building that chemistry, man. Building that chemistry.
Come on,
Just gonna
Chicha,
make it better
make
at
us
the end of the
believe,
year,
man.
bro.
Make us
Yeah.
believe. All right, you've got heart, man. Honorable mention,
You got heart, man.
Zubac,
Zubac.
Zubac. He made a big difference. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I'm the one who's I always talk so much
Hey,
shit
no.
about him,
The
but
thing is, the reason why I'm signed is because I'm pretty sure that's all of our
yeah.
answers.
I mean,
It has to
we
be.
can,
Who else is it gonna be?
yeah. You give credit when it's due, right?
You
I mean,
got
to
to.
be
You got
honest,
to
it
give
could
it
be
to him,
so
man.
many people.
It could be Bond.
It could be Bond. It could be
I
Kleshtan.
guess, but he was
Um,
directly into those,
Yeah,
both of those goals.
yeah. I
I
think the
mean,
obvious
it could be
impact.
he made the
Vasquez.
he made the biggest difference, I think. He made the biggest impact, and he wasn't even in it for that long. So I think that's the reason why it was, at least for me, it was obvious that Zubac should get it.
Yeah, yeah. And I hate to say this too, he was a game changer. That even felt wrong.
Ah, Eddie, go take a shower, bro.
Wash your mouth
He
with
was the Lou
soap.
Williams coming off the bench, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, what else can we say, man? He played dope. He played well. He played well, and he definitely surprised me.
We want to see more of this, right?
Yeah.
Of
Well,
course, hopefully, it's not just a one and done.
yeah. Let's hope. This is a difficult one, right? Geo, Geo Award.
You know what? Let me go out first.
Go ahead.
I got to give it to his brother, Jonah. I'm sorry. I talked about it earlier. He
Yeah.
was a non-factor in this match, which is very disappointing because not just because he was wearing the captain's armband at the beginning of the match, but because he has a DP, and you want to believe that we have a high caliber player with him that you can count on week in, week out. And you mentioned that maybe it was the weather, uh, maybe his age. I don't know, but you get the captain's armband. You got to make that count for something. You got that DP slot. You got to make that count for something.
Yep.
Everyone else out there is dealing with the weather. Everyone out there is dealing with the heat, the humidity, and those pesky Miami fans. But Jonah seemed to just melt under that Miami sun as the game wore along. And I wonder now about his future with the club, especially as we're heading into the summer transfer window. And I'm wondering if maybe something's already in the works, or maybe he is
Oh,
setting the bedrock for going somewhere else, maybe joining his brother in Club America. Who knows? I mean, these are all speculation, but he needs to be more of the captain that we felt deserved that captain's armband 2 seasons ago and going into next season, because as of right now he's just a good ghost.
Yeah. No, you're right.
the ghost
Um,
of Gio.
I don't. I'm not gonna go the same. I don't. I don't want to take the easy way. I have a couple. I don't know if you want to go first, Willis, and I'll go with my other choice.
Okay,
If
so
so,
you have a couple, right? Because I have a couple as
all
well.
right, go for it.
So we probably got the same ones.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go just from what I was seeing, and I was seeing it from the first half and the second half. I'm gonna say Villafania.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm gonna say and Villafania because he wasn't that veteran presence in the back that he was during the preseason. You know what I mean? That veteran presence in the back belonged to Steris that day. Steris was on it that day. He was commanding that back line, and Villafania was getting many too many fouls. He was getting caught off his line. His reaction time was slow, and at the end of the day, he committed the penalty. I think Villafania didn't have his best game. Probably not the worst game, but it's the game is off award, and I think for his game, I expected more. So that's why I'm giving it to Villafania.
Interesting. Hey, you know what? That's not a bad one. Now you say it. Um, All right, cool. I'll give both, and I'll tell you why the second one. Because it's not. I guess it's not as obvious. But my Geo's off. Game is off award. Should be me, right? Because I can't even say it. Um, it's gonna be Grand Seer.
I
Grand
knew it.
Seer.
That's my other one.
Mm.
That was my other one.
We have a lot of expectations to taking Tam money, and you talked about a lot of the same with last year when he got to his I guess what looks like to be his favorite spot. He couldn't cross the ball over the first man, and that was flashes of the last 5 years or whatever it's been since we haven't been able to cross the ball. That and I'm assuming his condition as well, but he has that party boy tag on him. So I hope it's not that, but he looks sluggish as well.
He
Nothing.
was in those Miami's too.
He
Yep.
was
And
partying with Tom Brady, man, the night before.
There was
she
so
on that
basically
yacht.
yeah. So there was nothing special about him, right? Where's that tan money? So that's why for me, that's my obvious Geo award. The other one, and it sounds fucked up, but I believe in this kid, and I'm just gonna hold him to a high standard. It's gonna be Saldana because yeah,
Okay.
he had a pretty good game, but do you remember where he gave away some of those balls?
Yeah,
At, Depew bailed him out big
yeah.
time in one of those plays.
Thanks for mentioning Depew, by the way, because he was one of the people I was considering
Honorable.
for honorable mention. Because oh my God, did he save our skins on some really difficult opportunities? I mean, we're talking like last second lunging slide tackles to get the ball out of the way before it turned ugly. So yeah, yeah. Go on.
The
Sorry.
Pew played well. No, the Pew played well. I think he played well.
Yeah, I mean let's hope they're feeling the pressure as well, right? They got Derek Williams there. I mean, I know you don't like people, but he's still a guy that has a resume, right? They were, they were,
I
they.
think JD Neal is more of a threat at this point.
Well, we'll
To
see.
be
He's
honest.
still young, and then you have rumors of Sega, coming
Oh
in.
yeah.
So
Well, that's exactly what Vanny is doing anyways. He's putting a roster with depth on every position for that reason, to give everybody competition and for them not to get comfortable. Like, hey, you motherfuckers gotta play every fucking week,
Yep.
or else
Yep.
your spot is getting taken by somebody else.
well, that does
I
it for that
mean,
game. Oh, go
look
aid.
at Bond. Bond's got to stay on top of his game, or
Yep.
Klinsman,
Yeah, one
is
fuck
gonna
up by
jump in
Bond is
there.
gonna be like, hey, I got Clinzy over here. You know, the six frame over here.
And
You
you
know,
Dropping
know,
dimes with his
Klinsman.
foot. Let's
you
go.
know what?
Let's
I
get it
don't know.
together.
I have the feeling that Bond wants to make this a quick trip. I think Bond wants to prove himself and find himself on a bigger team. I just feel
That's probably why they signed Klinsman on a multi-year deal as
that
well. So
that's what I'm thinking. I think Klinsman is going to be the future. Bond is here to either
for a good time
for a good time, to put the pressure
and a long
on
time.
Klinsman to teach him or
I don't give a fuck. I'm a Bondi girl,
oh yeah.
baby. Bondi girl for life.
Well, all G fans are Bondy girls now. All right, so enough about this game. We're gonna talk about the next game coming up. We're finally going home. Like literally, us get to go and watch them.
Going back to Cali.
Um, with 3 points, my ad. So the Galaxy gonna play Sunday at 2 p.m. Thank God it's not
Only
hot.
game. We get the only game on Sunday. Only game on Sunday. So we're in prime
Interesting
time, baby.
matchup against a team that's also quite an enigma, which is
Yep.
Red Bull New York.
Yep.
Always.
Um,
Sorry. But this preview probably won't be too long because the season is just starting, and there isn't much to go off as far as the Red Bulls go. Because I'm not a Red Bulls fan. I don't know if you guys are.
Yeah, I hate the sports drinks, bro.
I mean, the Red Bulls, I feel like, are still trying to recover from uh, those seasons when they looked like this was it. They're finally gonna win an MLS Cup. They finally got the supporter shield, and for what? They choked in the
They
end.
got nothing to
And
show for it.
it's I don't want to have sympathy for the devil as far as New York is concerned, but um, as one of the founding clubs, it's still like baffling to me that they haven't been able to figure out the formula to win an MLS Cup.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about New York, like one of this is like the capital of the world, right? Practically, and one of the biggest financial centers in the entire globe, and The fact that they have so much media attention, they obviously, they could be the polar end of LA. You have LA, New York, but no, they just can't figure it out, and it's weird. I get a feeling that this team is going to be mid-table most of the season, which makes them dangerous because they could be bad one game, they could be real good the next. They're coming off a loss to Kansas City where they gave up two goals in quick succession, like 59th and 60th minute, which you're like, what the hell happened there, right? But so Galaxy can't come in there thinking, yeah, we got this tough win over Miami because Miami was having their own issues, but they have to keep that same pressure. They have to make sure to tighten things up, figure out what's going on with Jonah, figure out what Grand Sir's real role is going to be. Because, like you said, he was one of those guys that I forgot he was on the field until you mentioned
Yeah,
him right now. I was like, oh shit.
I did too, and then I had him on my fantasy, and I'm like, what the fuck? I had him on my team. It's
Yeah.
the same shit.
So um, interesting. Like I said, it's so early in the season. We're still trying to figure out like which teams are legit and which aren't. I
Yep.
mean, obviously, teams like Seattle, you could tell these guys are going to be contenders. But somebody like New York, again, sabe, who knows?
Yeah, but that's like you said, that's what always makes them dangerous. And I think the reason why they lost that game too was because they don't have any veteran leadership in there anymore. Not like they used to. It's all a bunch of youngsters right now.
Yep.
So they're going through that transition, but because they're youngsters, they also have that mentality where they don't give a fuck. They don't feel the pressure as much because that moment is not in their head like, oh, this is a big moment. It's more like, oh, I'm just playing to play. And with that, and they have talent. They have talent. It's just that they're not veterans yet. They haven't seen it all yet.
It's
They
untapped.
haven't been through those moments yet. So that's just for the same reason that where they're beatable, but then they can also beat you. And we'll see what New York we get when they come over here. Hopefully, it's the beatable one.
So I know Edgar talked about a little bit. What I was gonna ask you guys, since we don't know much about, like, what do you think some of the things, the key things the Galaxy need to do to win this game? Uh, Edgar mentioned, like Grand Sir having to come out and find a spot. Obviously, Jonah. We talked about Jonah as well, right?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
the person next to Jonah definitely needs to step it up. If it's Saldana again, that's fine. Just learn from where you turned over that ball, because next time the Pew might not be there to save you.
yeah.
And lastly for me, it's damn, I just lost my train of thought. Long night. That happens when you pot after. I mentioned Grand Sir. It's the defense. Defense just has to just do more of the same but better, if that makes sense, right? That
No, no, no. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
the miscue can't happen again. You might have Julian now. Julian, if Julian's starting,
Yep.
you know,
Julian needed to show up, bro, because
you
Julian
Romeo
would have
showed
choke
up.
slammed him. What are you talking about, dude?
yeah.
He would have given him like a good old big boss man sidewalk slam. Earn that penalty, damn it.
Oh wait, you're not shooting it? Oh shit, my bad.
By the way, guys, I'll buy you a beer next time I see you if you can tell me without looking online who the new Red Bull New York manager is.
Fuck. New York Red Bull manager. I can't.
Don't look it up. Just
I can't. No, I wouldn't
See, it
know.
was Chris Armas before, right?
Yeah, it
Was
was
it
Chris
Chris
Arnold.
Armas?
I'm gonna look at it because I
can
don't know, so I'm not gonna.
Is
okay.
it
Once you find him, tell me how you can pronounce his name. And
No
fuck,
idea what it is. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong game.
no.
let me just go ahead and tell you.
I know he's one of those chill fucking coaches, right? That he's like well dressed or whatever.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
He's from
that helps
Austria,
a
but
lot, dude. Thanks,
what a
brother.
name, dude.
What is it?
His name
Struber.
is Gerhard
Oh,
Struber.
Gerhard.
Gruber.
Or Gerhard or whatever. It's
Gerhard.
Austrian.
It's Gerhard.
Gerhard Struber. Get hard, baby.
Get
Shit.
hard Ubers. Man, we're just
See
Get
now
hard strudels.
now we're gonna lose because everyone's gonna be laughing at the coach's name.
man.
I mean, this guy obviously is within the system apparently because he's coach at Red Bull Salzburg. So
Oh.
Oh, that's right. They brought in one of their people from the inside.
yeah. So
Not
Sure
worried
to
about
watch
it.
for them.
We've learned ourselves.
I mean,
Foreign
it's just
coaches.
Red Bull has a good team. They always have a good team. They're gonna compete, so it actually just has to come out firing on all cylinders. Don't make those stupid mistakes you made in Miami because Red Bulls will capitalize on it. They're not a team that was sitting down for 2 weeks, so that you need to step it up and just lock it down back there.
Cool.
I think those are the keys to win.
All right.
Lock down the defense, control that mid, beat Chicha. Bam.
By the way, Eddie,
Yeah.
any idea when we're going to see Kevin Cabral?
So I was listening to according to the Galaxy. I guess he's not in LA yet. And I guess we're probably looking at May. And like the room or the speculation is that versus LAFC first game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I hate it.
He's,
I hate it and I love
going
it.
through the like COVID protocol, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because
Visa
because
first.
they have different protocols right now in France. Just due to like I think them finding a new strain or some shit.
Besides Cabral, is there anybody else that's still like kind of hanging out there that we need to rope
And that's
in?
it, right?
No, that's it. But Vanny in an interview after the game or today, fuck, I should have looked into it. I'm just a little tired. Apparently they're looking to sign 2 more players. So we look
By the
forward-
way,
Some transfer window.
that Sega dude. I guess I have a good friend who lives in France, and I asked him, "Hey, do you know anything about this Sega guy?" And he's like,
Oui,
"Who?"
oui.
He's like, "I have no idea who that is."
they just
So,
I just got to shout someone out in the chat. Then they just hope it's not a second coming of Siani, right?
yeah.
We're a little dramatized with French center backs right now.
Wait, is Sega spelled with a C?
Oh no,
No, like Sega, like the. Like
Then we're
the-
good then. I think we should be fine.
Siani spelled it.
It's-
So, all right, guys. Before we give our predictions, I'm gonna do the old Vegas prediction. I'm a gambler now, so I know this.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's what's up, Eddie.
Wins
What's up?
wins
Gotta
one
know
wins one
when
game.
to hold 'em. Gotta know when to show 'em.
All right, so Vegas has they have the Galaxy at plus 140, Red Bulls at plus 170, and the tie at plus 240. So for people that don't know what that means,
Zoom.
the tie is less likely. They have the Galaxy favored slightly over the Red
Slightly.
Bulls, which is interesting. This is
That's
the
not
more
bad. I mean, that's kind of what I expected.
really.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
It's early
because
season.
they know that New York is New York, bro.
Before you,
It's a conservative way of looking at things because it's still early in the season. Galaxy, obviously they got that good win in Miami, but like we said, New York is still like an unknown entity. I don't know. But go ahead, Eddie. What do you think?
okay, and before your score line, over under 3.5. 3.5 goals.
They adjusted from last week.
Yeah, it was 3.
Yeah.
That 0.5 makes a difference.
Hey, that almost did I
Now
tell
they
you?
got to score 4 goals.
Dude, that almost or under. I didn't even see what was favored. What I almost fucked up last week when I put that bet. It was 3, and I was like, the Galaxy's gonna win it. There's no way they're gonna score that many goals. So I was gonna bet on the under. I was gonna parlay, and I did it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like, nah, let's just take one. Good
They have
for you, Eddie. Good for you.
they have the under favored actually. If I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, but they did that for a reason because now they're seeing that all these goals that are happening need to pick up that number line.
Yeah. So
So I mean, that's pretty good. Those are actually pretty good lines. Now they're looking more decent than they were last year. Last year they weren't looking so decent for Vegas. So they're putting some crazy numbers out there.
+7. What the over under 7? What the fuck?
Yeah, they were crazy. They're tripping out.
Anyone care to take the lead?
Go for it, Edgar.
I believe the defense is going to get better. I still think that they have some kinks to work out, but I'm expecting a solid 3-1 win at home, just to get things going off on the right foot. Back at home in front of a scattered audience, but still back at home in front of some home fans. Yeah, 3-1 Galaxy. As far as scoring goals, I'm hoping Chicha gets another one. I'm expecting him to score maybe one. I'm also expecting Legit to finally get on the board. He had a great offseason with the U.S. national team. That dude's a beast with the national team. And
Yep.
maybe a defender gets to go on the set piece. Maybe Dupuy, Steris. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think you're pretty spot on. Because I think the only thing I'm going to change is I think the defense gets it together for this game, especially having Julian back. I think they get a 2-0 win. Think they get a 2-0 win, and I think Chicha and Lich score.
You go with the shutout.
I go with the shutout, yeah, because
Ooh,
Bondi
nice,
played well in Miami.
nice.
If it wasn't for those mistakes, I think
Those
he
screwy
would have got a shutout.
plays.
He would have got a shutout.
All right, I'm gonna go a little safer. We'll go with the 2-1. We'll go 2-1, but I think it's gonna be a good 2-1. More of the high possession. I think Chicha gets on the board again, and I think let me see. I
Are
want to
you
give
gonna
it
say
up.
Zubac scores?
I dare not say that. I'm just gonna go off a set play. You know what? Fuck it. It luckily bounces into Grant Sear's feet, and Grant Sear puts the ball away.
Okay,
And I should have
not
went with
bad.
Victor Vaz. Anyways, uh, and then there's still an adjustment period. I think with the defense, it's still gonna be rotating. You assume that you're gonna rotate Julian in for Fisher. So there's your first adjustment. And then next week after that, it's probably gonna be Derek Williams and so forth. So that one goal comes from a miscue, or let's hope not another penalty. But so
Yeah, let's hope not.
yeah, that's why I'm gonna go with the 2-1.
2-1.
So, but we
I
win.
got a question for you guys,
Yeah.
I think we get a win.
and also for like anybody watching us right now. After what happened in that first game, and I know it's just one game, do you guys think that Jonah goes out with that captain's armband, or you think Chicha's gonna be the one wearing it?
No, Jonah starts. Jonah's the
Oh, good
captain.
question. Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
oh,
You don't think so?
You confident
I
about
don't
that?
know. I think Chicha goes in with the captain band
Interesting.
just because you see how everybody just bowed up behind him after he scored. It seems like he polarizes the team, and maybe not to say that Jonah doesn't, but they kind of they feel that extra oomph with Chicha just because maybe of what he went through last year, and they seen him, go through his his bad side, and now when they see him happy, they all get pumped up. So maybe that galvanizes the team a bit more. I don't know. I think there could be a change.
Just give it to Zubac.
Borra eso, man.
Just Vanny doing more of his
Ahora
like
eso, man. Deja dormir mejor.
It was. It was. It was
just
almost.
Vanny doing more crazy shit. Dude. Just give it to Zubac.
Vanny's just be like, nah, fuck that. I'm the captain now. He just puts it on himself, bro.
College man. I'm the first
Cashman's
and
gonna run in there.
we gotta vote
First
for
coach captain.
we gotta vote for Jonah. We also got a Zubac hat trick. So
Ooh,
Oh, nice. Okay.
ooh.
I know who that is.
it's not.
Oh, it's not. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. You got
Yeah.
two fans now?
I'm pretty sure they're trying to be funny too.
Oh, I think so.
But yeah, man,
Watch it happen.
super confident. We're excited to go home. There's that extra thing that's gonna push them too. They get to play in front of us. Chicha gets to play in front of
Hell yeah.
his fans for the first time in a year. They're gonna be behind them. We gotta take that dub, right?
I got an even more interesting question for you guys because we're so confident that Chicharito has finally found his groove, and he's gonna have a better season than most of us predicted. But how important do you think it is that he scores again in this next game, as far as his confidence goes? Do you think he absolutely needs to score in this next
Not
game, or do you think he can
no.
just build off
We
that
have to
first
win.
inning?
Yeah. And with him playing convincingly, maybe he doesn't score, but at least has a hand or two in
Fuck.
key passes or making those runs where he pulls a player, something along those lines.
Role reversal.
I
He's the
think we're
Zubac.
Yeah, where he gives an assist.
Yeah.
I think with an assist, I think we're good with that.
Yeah.
So he starts building off of that, because obviously I don't think well, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna score every game. I
Nah,
don't know about you.
that monkey's off his back at least for a good while.
Exactly.
So I don't
But
think.
that's exactly. We don't need him to score every game. In this system, we don't need him to score every game.
Yeah.
So I think that he understands that, and hopefully he doesn't have to score every game and can also give assists and make those back runs where pulls a player and somebody else scores.
But either way, he's scoring this game, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Put your money on
I think
that.
it's
Anything else, guys, before we get going?
shout out to the people that traveled, man. There's a lot of
Oh
fans.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
That should put me up.
it's interesting. This like I've been back on Twitter as far as Galaxy is concerned for like the last what 8 months maybe 6 months, I don't know. And uh I've been it's interesting. I've seen like this is huge community of Galaxy fans on Twitter, and
Yeah.
uh it's very encouraging to see how supportive they are of each other, and to see them travel out to Miami and go on this crazy adventure during a very interesting COVID time, but they still went out there. They had a good time, supported the team. They made their presence known. They had some interesting stories to share, but yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to them to go out there and show so much love for the team. Actually, we're all starving to get back to the stadium and get things back to normal, a semblance of normalcy. But the fact that that they were there, the fact that we're gonna have some fans in the stands, it's a step us all a step in the right direction. So hopefully, come September, we can have full stadiums, baby.
Yeah. And to get to
Nice.
that point, and to touch on what Edgar said, let's not fuck it up for each other. Let's respect the rules. I know, boo,
Yes,
rules
please.
suck, whatever, but we all want to get back there, and as long as we play by the rules for a little while, hopefully by what is it, June that they said we'll be there. Yeah, it sucks we can't tailgate, but be smart. Fuck it. If you want to tailgate, do it at home or something. Take an Uber. Take an Uber.
Yes, please take
Just
an
don't
Uber.
do it inside your car, man. Just keep the windows closed and just have a little grill right there, little asadita.
I do not condone that. I do not condone that, but that you can do.
Open up your
I don't
sunroof.
suggest you do, but I'm sure you can do it.
Cool. All right. So you guys good?
Yeah, I think we're good with
Yes.
All right, nice.
I need some rest.
So I guess the
man.
next time we'll see you guys will be at the digs. My name is Eddie. You can catch me as Eddie Nags on Twitter, Instagram, and pretty much everywhere else. Willis.
that. Catch me on Twitter at Willis with the U _89.
I got it.
Catch me on Twitter as Edgar Nags. Please, not to be confused with Eddie, because LA's our house hit me up this weekend and they were like, "Congratulations, you won." And I'm like, "What did I win?" I was so excited. I was like, "Oh shit, I won something!" Yay. And they're like, "Wait, you're not Eddie?" I'm like, "No, I'm Edgar." And they're like, "Oh,
It's edgy.
damn it."
Sucks to be you, man. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're listening to this on the streaming services, we appreciate you guys too. Share, like, whatever helps us spread this show around. Be safe, be smart. See you at the digs. Till then, keep on
Keep on nagging.
nagging.